So today I'm going to talk about travel. Traveling is one of the funnest activities. I've always loved traveling. When I was young, my family and I traveled to Hawaii many times. In case you don't know about Hawaii, it's an island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean and it's also one of the 50 states of the US. I've been there about 6 or 7 times. I don't remember how much exactly. It's definitely one of my favorite places on the world. Hawaii has plenty of really beautiful beaches and the lifestyle there is slow and calm. But even though Hawaii is one of my favorite places to travel to, in general, I prefer the countryside, the forest, and the mountains more than the beach. So I love taking camping trips and road trips. I've taken a few different road trips to the US before, and I just recently took a trip through the Tuscany region of Italy. It was one of the most incredible experience I've ever had. If you ever get the chance to go to Italy, I highly recommend you to book a car and drive to Tuscany. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Speaking of Europe, I also took a backpacking trip through Portugal and Spain in a few years ago. It was my first time backpacking and it wasn't easy. We spent a lot of time walking and taking buses and train, and the whole time we had these big backpacks on our backs. We stayed in some pretty low quality hostels and thus we had some bad experiences. The worst thing that happened to me was that I was bitten I was bitten by a bed bugs when I was in Madrid. I don't know if you've ever been bitten by a bed bugs before, but it's not a fun experience. And for me, it was worst because I have a really sensitive skin. So I didn't just have a little red spot on my skin. I had big swollen sores all over my arms. So if you plan on staying in a hostel when you travel, you should definitely read the online reviews first. Sometimes it's better to pay a little more money to stay in a better place. Some people only like staying in a hotel, and other people really like Airbnbs. And lately I've been staying at Airbnb no matter where I travel. It definitely is better than staying at hostel in my opinion. Another aspect of travel that's really important is flight. It's the flight. This is probably the worst part about traveling. Actually, is the worst part, definitely. I've been pretty lucky because I haven't had any really bad flights, but I've had experiences with long delays and canceled flights, which can really ruin your trip. There was 2 times when I had to spend the night at the airport, which was terrible. I hope you guys don't ever have that experience. So overall, there are good and bad things about traveling, but I think we can all agree that it's nice to travel once a while.